Has it been too long since you've held the world to ransom for $1 million? We've got just the thing. 2004 was a different time. A time of Silicon Livestrong bracelets, Paris Hilton saying, "That's hot," and happily, a great cauldron of innovation and imagination from the games industry. It was back in this heady time that Elixir Studios made the original Evil Genius, a game about being the bad guy. And not just any bad guy, but the kind of Machiavellian brainiac who lives inside a volcano, lists stroking cats with back turned to guests at the top of his hobbies, and can't get his mind off world domination. There's not been a game like it after, really, and since that's about to change when the sequel rolls out, more info in the description below, now is a very good time to load up an old classic. Here are 5 reasons to do exactly that.
I need time to think.
Evil Genius really isn't messing about with the whole no other game like it thing. In fact, you could call it 2 distinct games in one. The first is a game about building up a lair and constantly upgrading it to make it harder for those bloody secret agents to break into. It's absorbing just taking care of this bit, really. I mean, look how satisfying this is. It's like The Sims with even more murder. But then there's the world map, which is where you send your dastardly employees off on missions, keep an eye on the movements of your goody two-shoes enemies hellbent on making sure the world isn't dominated by one single lunatic in a collarless suit, and strive to make all the bits your bits. I'm not here to pass judgment on 2004 you. Those highlights look great on you, and look, a lot of people had that Scissor Sisters album. What I'm saying is, you might not have mastered both aspects of this game first time out, and reap the rewards of both as a result. Time to head back in.
Check objective screen for new goals.
They say an Englishman's home is his castle, and when you're talking about Bond villain types, the effect's only magnified. You didn't see Dr. No Airbnb-ing out his lair whenever he went away to the Cotswolds for a long weekend, and by the look of Dr. Evil's complexion, he hadn't stepped outside that mountain for years. They're private people, and they don't like anyone snooping around their homes. Except that actually, having people get inside your lair isn't the problem in Evil Genius. It's making sure they don't get back out again. And that is where traps come in. If you played it back in 2004, this is probably where you spent a lot of your time and energy, devising absolutely horrible arrays of switches, fans, flamethrowers and gases so disturbing that people would cross the street to avoid you if they knew you designed them. You can use traps to eliminate people, or for an extra splash of evil, you can use them to trap people inside your lair forever and become the unwilling livestock of your money farm. As long as they're alive in there, getting whizzed about by fans, they're earning you cash. Ghastly. Strategy game. It's a word that means a lot of things to different people. Command & Conquer is a strategy game, and so's Crusader Kings, but that doesn't mean you'd have the faintest idea what you were doing in one after playing the other. Evil Genius is a strategy game too, but it's a singular vision of one that doesn't have much to do with other games. There's a reason for that too. It was created by an actual genius. Demis Hassabis is the CEO and co-founder of Google DeepMind, the learning AI trying to solve intelligence and then use intelligence to solve everything else. But back in the day, he was a bright-eyed young game developer, working at first under Peter Molyneux's tutelage, then striking out on his own to form Elixir Games. Oh, and he was a child chess prodigy who reached master standard by age 13. Like I said, actual genius. And that's telling, I think, because Evil Genius really wants you to think like a genius. Don't worry about micromanaging your minions, setting them specific tasks and watching them perform them. You're a big picture thinker, a mogul of an evil empire. Minions aren't there to assign tasks to, they go about them automatically, depending on what's most pressing. It's also a game about trial and error, honing that perfect layer after many iterations and many lessons learned. It pays to make a lot of saves then. If you're not already feeling super smart enough to take the world on now, the 2004 original is a great refresher course in putting grey matter to dark use.
I need to be here.
How do you know you've hit the big time as an evil genius? It's easy in other jobs, isn't it? You know, footballers, it's making the Champions League final or turning down a transfer offer from Man United. For YouTubers, it's getting to talk to you about evil genius. But what about the would-be world takeoverers? Video conference calls with world leaders have to be right up there, but the real money moment must be stealing the Eiffel Tower. I mean, it's the Eiffel Tower, the most audacious thing you could possibly steal in Evil Genius and then place in your lair like a questionably scaled trophy, but not the only one. Excalibur, the mythical sword of Arthurian legend, is also up for grabs, along with, among other things, 4 individual pieces of a cursed totem pole, which separately make your minions go haywire, but when combined, become an incredibly powerful artifact. Pro tip, chuck the pieces in the freezer. They're safe from minion scrambling harm in there. No, so you didn't know that, did you? Time to go back and give it a whirl.
Mission underway.
We couldn't round out the video without mentioning Maximilian. He's literally got the word million in his name, if you don't pay too much attention to spelling, and there's nothing more supervillainy than that. He's the poster boy for the original game. Although players had the choice between his squat, bald form and 2 other characters, Shen Yu and Alexis, Max, can we call you Max? No, okay, sure. Maximilian became a firm fan favourite in the original, and he's coming back for Evil Genius 2. So you better spend some time with him beforehand and get on his good side. Actually, I'm not terribly sure he has a good side.
You have failed me for the last time.
There we are then, 5 reasons to go back to Evil Genius. Let us know what you thought in the comments below and share some of your fondest memories from 2004. If this has got you all hot under your minion jumpsuit in anticipation for the sequel, why not wishlist Evil Genius 2 on Steam now, or head to evilgeniusgame.com to download the Spytastic soundtrack for free. Link in the description. Remember to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already and turn on the notification bell to make sure you never miss a vid from us, and why not give us a like, eh? We'll catch you next time.